Are you ready for scenes like this again, or do you still miss Indian summers? Well, winter is on its way as winter 2016-17 begins at the start of meteorological winter this December 1st. Some local forecasters have already finished their seasonal forecasts for this winter. Chief Meteorologist Joe Murgo of WTAJ in Altoona tells us what he looks at when seasonal forecasting.
I always say the key to a winter forecast lies in our oceans, so that's where I start off. I look not just for El Nino and La Nina. A lot of times people will look at that and that's the end all, but there's other places too. I like looking at the water temperatures off of the Gulf of Alaska, also the temperatures across the East Coast. A lot of times when it's above average, that helps to promote more storminess. Also look at Pacific temperatures, and that's an interesting one this year because not only are we warm near the Gulf of Alaska, it's cold underneath there.
Most meteorologists take similar approaches, as the El Nino and La Nina is one of the biggest factors that affect our winters not only in central Pennsylvania, but the rest of the world. Last year, we didn't receive much snow, especially in Happy Valley. The year was tied for the least snowiest winter on record with only 17.9 inches of snow. Average snowfall for Happy Valley should be more than double, around 45 inches for the winter season. Harrisburg, however, got most of their snow in one punch in January.
Last year, again, the big headliner was one storm. People forget that overall was fairly mild and pretty benign. This year we think there's going to be slightly more storm activity, albeit small storms, and then chances for more cold air intrusions to come through.
Another popular way that your grandparents may have gotten their winter weather forecast would most likely be the Farmer's Almanac. This year's edition was released all the way back in the beginning of August. The Farmer's Almanac has been around since 1818, long before computer models, the National Weather Service, and even before most cities started collecting their own weather data. The real question is, how legitimate is the Farmer's Almanac? Our seasoned forecasters share how legitimate it really is.
I mean, when you look at the Farmer's Almanac map, it's kind of hard to take it seriously. There's a little bit of everything sprayed across the entire United States.
I did have an intern in the past grade it, and it was wrong more times than it was right.
And now the million-dollar question. How much snow can we expect in central Pennsylvania, and how frigid will it get?
You will see a change, that things are going to be a little more active rather than having 4 or 5 dry days in a row. It may be 2 or 3 dry days in a row before the next storm event happens. That was the one thing we were trying to hit home. So we called for slightly below average or near average snowfall, which again for this area upwards of 30 inches will get you to near average for the entire mid-state.
I'm forecasting for temperatures to be pretty close to average for the entire winter season.
Who can really tell what's going to happen this winter? Only Mother Nature. For Up in the Air, I'm Marissa Lautenbacher.